We're in rehearsal for a play called Up and Under, which is a comedy by John Godber.
Yeah, it's a fantastic play about a small team from the Wheatsheaf Arms, and they basically come together and want to take on the might of the Cobbler's Arms.
Then a guy called Arthur puts a bet on the fact that they can beat the best side in Yorkshire, and he puts his house on it, so it all gets a bit serious.
Almost a Rocky journey, just from kind of like completely unfit and useless and rubbish, and you get to see how they transform themselves.
Yeah, rehearsal's going really well. We're having lots of fun. It's quite physically demanding, actually.
There's no set. It's written for what we call a black box, and we have to create a rugby pitch and all these different environments just with our physical acting skills.
I love the physical aspect of it. It's such a physical play that it immediately kind of puts you into that world of the rugby league.
Between the five of us, six of us, we put on a full rugby match.
It is a sport that's so religiously followed that we want to pay homage to it.
Well, I'm actually a huge fan of rugby league. It's the sport that I was raised on. We have to look like we're quite capable at playing rugby, and anyone that's ever seen a rugby game will know how physically demanding that is, and we're just actors.
This is my first time doing a Godber show, and he was one of the writers that, I suppose him and Burkoff back in the late 80s were the two that got me really into theatre.
Actually, John Godber's writing was probably the first time I heard a northern voice that really had some resonance with me.
Really funny writing. Everyone will recognise one of those characters, probably within themselves.
John Godber comedies are great because there's a lot of banter involved, so the scripts are always have got to be delivered really quite quickly, and I like that kind of comedy.
You've got to be very precise with the language too. It is extremely natural, but it only works in the same way that if you do Oscar Wilde or Shakespeare, you really have to pay attention to his use of certain words or phrases and his punctuation. So you've got to be precise with it. But it is really easy. It is really easy to speak, and fun as well.
I think the Oldham audience will have a wonderful night. I think they will see people they recognise. I think they'll go, oh, I know a Steve, or I know a Hazel, which is always wonderful to do as an audience member, because you feel like you can, it's not a passive experience. You're kind of informing it, and this play allows that a lot.
The great thing about John Godber is he got the working man into a theatre with, I don't know if you know his productions, like Teachers and Bouncers. They were written about the common man, the Yorkshire working class, and they do get those people into the theatre, and I think this especially at Oldham, it's a massive rugby league following in Oldham, so hopefully the place will be full.
It's fun, it's physical, it's interesting, it's bold as well as a piece. And it's not like many plays that I've seen on stage before. I think it's so exciting bringing sport into the theatre. I think it really lends itself. So I think it's a fantastic theatrical experience. I really do. It's great.